It came to me this morning that as I was crying, I felt like I literally was breaking down. And what initiated the breakdown, well, what progressed the breakdown, because when I woke up this morning, it was all white outside, layer of snow all over, just white everywhere. And though it was beautiful, I somehow got down in my spirit. And as that morning kept progressing, I sat down on the couch to just watch some news, current events. And all of a sudden, I just started pouring out tears. And what I felt in my spirit was that, Father, it's got to be a lot of tears falling during these times. It's like I felt every pain, every hurt, every disappointment, heartbreaks. It's like I was just feeling what a lot of us are going through at this times. As I watch different news regarding the different storms, the different floods, people being maybe killed, and I just felt the heartaches for whatever reasons. Till I started making it personal, like, yes, I try my best not to focus on my disappointments, my struggles, my trials, my heartaches, my yearnings, to where it don't faze me. But then when I check in on Earth's, the world's issues, it brings up, damn, I'm hurting, I'm feeling it too. But what I want to say is, each of us could be going through all these different struggles and heartaches and pains and griefs and burdens. But each of us may not be carrying that, what's coming towards us, what's happening to us, the same way. We've got to face life in a way that we're not carrying these loads, these hurts, heartaches, and pains. Bad news, grievings, destructions, lack, things being taken away. We've got to be in a position to where we have to look at it like something else good is coming out of this tormenting pressure. Because if we don't, this stuff is coming to take you out, take us out. There has to be an answer. There has to be a conclusion to the whole matter. We have to see the outcome. This is something got to be coming good out of this. I don't care what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. if we don't have that overseeing and knowing that it must be something good coming out of this. I can't hurt like this forever. I can't be in this situation forever. How long? We don't know how long. We don't know when, who. We don't know. But there has to be something that we're holding on to that lets us know, hang in there. You know, for a little bit, I've been making wines and stuff. And maybe within the last 2 or 3 weeks, I made grape wine. And as I was making the grape wine, I had to crush those seeds. I had to crush the grapes to get the juices from the grapes. So as I was doing that, this was about 3 weeks ago, as I was doing that, God was showing me, no, it wasn't while I was doing it. It was maybe 3-4 days later when I noticed that the wine was very strong. So I had to keep diluting it and stretching it because it became very potent to where 1 gallon turned into maybe like 3-4 gallons. So what God was speaking to me during these times of my experiences with this wine making and the particular of the grapes, God was letting me know that we may be being crushed and squeezed and pressure, but in the meantime, in between time, this is going to turn out to be something that is very intoxicating and abundant, overflowing, sweet. I don't know, but the revelation was like, it calmed my spirit. Because like I said, anytime I go to focusing on these worldly events and then my own personal events, God, I have to get out of those thoughts and be encouraged, be motivated, be inspired. And that was one of the ways God inspired me, by my hands-on, by my experience of the wine making. I had to squeeze those grapes. I had to crush those grapes. But the end product of those grapes, and it's still maturing. That wine is still becoming stronger and better with age, with wisdom, with clarity and inner and overstanding. We don't always have to understand these things that may be happening in our lives. There may not be answers to why did this happen. But we have to get to the point to where we're becoming inner knowing and inner understanding. And as that understanding is rising to wisdom, we will be able to overstand and ride over our circumstances. We've got to get to the point with all this stuff that's happening. We've got to override these things. We've got to ride above our current situations. We may be being squeezed and crushed, but there has to be an understanding. We may not understand, but let us understand and know There's something good coming out of this. This cannot last forever. This too shall pass. I will be bigger and better than what is coming against me. What the devil means for evil, God will turn this around for good. And it's so much more in many ways that we could be spoken to within our spirit that will help us to override and soar over our current situations. But yes, there are many tears that are falling during these times. But as I was sitting there crying, I started crying, feeling the weight of the world and its hurts and pains, till those tears turned into tears of joy, knowing that what was meant for evil, it's turned around for good. It will be rewarded with more than what was taken, with more than how it was hurting. It will be bigger and above what we could ask or even think of. That's how we override and overstand and soar over our current situations. Because we are now flowing tears of joy, because we see in the inside, oh boy, when this is all said and done, oh my goodness, Father, to your glory. And then we'll be able to teach and show and lead and encourage others. Been there, done that. Hold on. This too shall pass. These tears of pain will be turned into tears of joy. You'll look back and say, oh man, if I wouldn't have been through that, I wouldn't be here now. But can we override and soar and see that? So hold on. Get a different outlook of what's happening. Because this is how we're going to make it during these crushed pressure times. We've got to see in the midst of the storms, in the midst of the catastrophes, in the midst of deaths and heartaches and pain, in the midst of the bad news, the bad reports, we've got to see an outcome of how it will soon be wiped away, and we'll see the abundance that came out of it. The end of the story is not what it's looking like right now and what it's predicted to be. Oh no, what it's predicted to be is what I see. And I see something above and beyond what's in my face, what's in my ears, and what's in my mind. No. Get that understanding. Get that core foundation. And know there is something stronger, bigger, and better than what's coming at us and around us. We serve a mighty God. We are mighty people. And let us walk and hold on that we come out of this on top, but we could be on top while we're in the midst. Have a blessed day.